I can go away? I don't get to be in it?
Well, what are you gonna do?
I thought I would...
Are you cooking with me?
Huh.
Are you cooking too?
Watch this. Hi guys, this is how to make tacos with Megan.
This is weird.
Tacos with Megan!
Tacos with Megan! Not even that good of a cook. Okay, shut the door and stuff so I don't go.
How to make Taco Bell tacos for free.
Go, go, go!
How to make Taco Bell tacos for free.
Go away!
Free! Free tacos! It's
Shut the door! Get out of here!
Taco Tuesday, bitch!
It's Wednesday, you stupid tard!
What?
It's Wednesday!
So they don't know that.
Oh my god, shut the door! Hey guys, so I hope I'm in the frame or whatever, but today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm making dinner and I decided to make dinner with you. Yay! So today I'm just going to be making tacos. I love tacos and they're like the easiest thing in the world to make. And so that's what we're going to do today. First, you just take a medium, kind of large saucepan. I got this in like a set. Once I got my first apartment, it was like a gift. That on the biggest burner and I turn it to medium. I take my 80% lean, 20% fat ground beef. And it's like a huge pack. This is like 2.25 pounds. It's a lot of meat. So I don't use it all. Make sure at this point you wash your hands. I didn't wash my hands. Apples. If you're awesome like me, you'll have a cupcake container soap dispenser to use. That smells like apples. Now that my hands are washed, I'm going to take a Ziploc quart-sized bag, and while my burner is heating up, I'm going to open my meat up, and I'm going to take approximately half and put it back inside of this Ziploc bag. That way I can throw it in the freezer, put it in the freezer for the next meal I decide to cook with ground beef. Kind of just make a line where I think the middle is. So that's my middle line, guys. There's no professional way to do this. Just get dirty with it. That was awkward. I'm going to take this hunk of beef that's left over and just throw it on my burner so it can start to brown. And I'm going to wash my hands again. And then I just seal up my quart bag. So there's no air in there. And throw this in the garbage and throw this in the freezer. Wham bam! Next I take my heavy duty spatula and I just tear this meat apart. Here we go! Look at some tacos! You see, working on spreading my meat out, making it ground beef. If you didn't know and you're like a first-time cooker like I was, I thought you had to put like oil or grease the pan or something. I ended up calling up my mom and was like, Mom, do I need to put like butter or Pam in the pan? And she's like, no, it's got its own fat, so it doesn't need anything in there. So if you're seriously haven't ever made meat like this before and this is your instructional video, you don't need to use anything to grease the pan. While that is browning, I'll just show you the other ingredients that we are going to use. I'm going to be using Taco Bell's taco seasoning mix. Literally, this is the best taco seasoning mix, and I know that's so weird, but I don't care. And my boyfriend Branson loves the heck out of Taco Bell, and rather than going to spend money on tacos, I literally just buy the mix and we pretend that we're in Taco Bell, so whatever. But anyway, just get this at the store. Literally, this is like 50 cents or something, like a buck or, I don't know. I get a ton of these every time I go so I don't run out. But this is the taco seasoning mix that I use. It has directions on the back in case you don't know what you're doing. But I've done this a few times, so I'm not a novice. I'm kind of an expert. The shells that we use are just great value taco shells. Literally buy this from Walmart. 12 shells for $1. And literally they just taste like any regular taco shell. So rather than spend money on a name brand taco shell, we just use great value. If you don't know anything about Branson or I, we are both college students. I work full-time. Branson tries to work full-time. We both school, we both have a job, and we're both poor. So this is a poor kid's dinner. It doesn't even cost that much to make. The meat you can buy in smaller packages. I only buy the 2 1/4 meat because I can use it like the next day or the next couple days. Do its thing. So far you'll notice that some of the meat is brown. And oh gosh, I almost just dumped it on the floor. Some of the meat is brown, some of it's still pinks. So we're gonna keep on going. I like tomatoes. I just bought 1 tomato from the store today. I only need 1 because I'm the only one that eats tomatoes in here. And I like tomatoes, so whatever. Look at this, guys. I have a limited edition tomato. That's cool. I don't know what that means. Of course it's a limited edition tomato. There's only 1 of it. There's more kinds. It's the only one, so everyone has unique tomatoes. So these are just the basic ingredients that I do use. Just keep an eye on your meat. Stir it occasionally, flip it over. And then take a break to feed your dog. It's driving me crazy.
Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday.
Go away.
Taco Bell, tacos for Megan.
The other thing we put on our tacos is just cheese. We just use the finely shredded Fiesta blend, great value cheese. Shredded cheese is super freaking expensive, which I think is stupid. But rather than buying a block of cheese, which is cheaper, I just buy it already shredded and pay out the butt for it. We also use Cholula hot sauce. This is the greatest hot sauce in the world. If you can't tell, it's almost gone. So that is a sad day. But this is the best hot sauce ever. I love hot sauce. I like spicy foods. And Branson actually really loves too. So the meat's getting a little bit more cooked. I don't want to tilt it too much. But there is still some pink, so I'm just going to keep it cooking. Go away! Let me finish cooking! Ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Okay, so the meat is pretty much brown. There's a few pink things left, but I'll just leave it on here a couple more minutes and then we will drain.
Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Hello, my name is Chef Gordon.
So now I'm going to use just a glass cover for a different pot, and I'm going to drain my meat. This is the easiest way to do it because my strainer doesn't have big enough holes, or small enough holes rather, to hold it, so this is how you do it. It's so technical. It's so hard to do. If you don't forget to drain your meat, it's not like that big of an issue. However, if you don't drain your meat, your seasoning's gonna be really mushy and you're just eating all the fat that you just cooked off. So just put this back on the burner and continue on. Go away now. If you're following the recipe on the back of the Taco Bell seasoning mix, it tells you to add seasoning mix and 3/4 cup of water. I have some really cool stackable things, so I'm just gonna use my 1/4 stackable thing. Did you see this? It's just like the coolest thing. And I'm gonna use that water from the sink. 1, 2, 3. I kept this on medium heat. I'm just going to take this mix and I'm going to just distribute it evenly because I've noticed if I pour it in the middle, it just kind of clogs there and that's kind of annoying. Just put this everywhere. If you notice that the meat stops sizzling or whatever, it's fine. If you notice that your meat is starting to boil, that's fine as well, since that's pretty much the next step is to reach to a boil. Mine's boiling right now. Just give you a look-sees at our deliciousness. And according to the directions, we want to simmer on medium-low after you've brought to a boil. So if you can't see from there, my meat and stuff is already starting to boil. I'm going to turn it down. If you got like a 1 to 10 kind of stove like I do, I turn this down to a 3. And I stir occasionally. And then it just tells you what to do from there, like you don't know how to make your own taco. And while that is going on, I'm going to cut up some tomato. Now I don't have a cutting board. I don't know why I haven't invested in a cutting board. I really should. So instead, I'm just going to rinse this off, and I'm going to use a plate. So 1 plate, 1 tomato. If you can't keep time in your head, this is supposed to boil for about 10 minutes. You set a timer. So while that's going on, we're going to cut a tomato, guys. I hope you can see this. No, you can't. Now I'm gonna rinse my tomato. Do so under cold water. Take a steak knife. At least I use a steak knife. This came in my set that I got from a local store. Really, really nice set. But whatever. And I'm gonna cut this. I just cut this kind of in half. And I'm going to save this other half, so I'm just gonna put it straight down. And I'm going to use this side to dice. I've never professionally diced tomatoes, so if I'm doing this wrong, tell me. Gosh, Megan, you suck at cutting tomatoes. Tomato. So I've diced up enough tomato for myself. If I decide to keep it, I will. I'm going to wipe off my hands. Grab a Tupperware. I'm going to use my Rubbermaid stackable things that I got during Black Friday. And just stick this dude straight up and down and put the top on. Oh, he's too fat. He's too fat, so we'll cut him. There. Store him away in the fridge. I'm going to stir this. I've now got 5 minutes. They smell really good. Really good. And now we have 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. We're on an adventure. So this is what my meat looks like so far. Hopefully, if you're cooking too, or along with me maybe, this is what it'll look like for you. Sorry for the awful lighting. Look at the light. Look at that. I think it's a fancy dinky light, really. It's like barely on there, whatever. But this is what it should look like. It's just ground meat with seasoning, obviously, so. It is still boiling. That is what it's supposed to be doing, and if you can tell, my dial is only at 3. So it should be boiling. That's what you want to be. That way it still cooks the meat because we just browned it. We didn't thoroughly cook it. And then my lovely tomatoes. My tomatoes. Yeah. It's great. Who knows, guys? And I have 2 minutes on my timer. Oh my gosh. We're at 25 seconds. 25 seconds. This is the taco dance. Because I'm making a V, which is like a taco shell. Oh yeah, tacos. Taco time, taco time, taco time. Tacos are done. I'm starting the Asian accent. And I'm cooking Mexican food. That's funny. Funny. Now we're gonna eat some tacos. Now we're gonna eat some tacos. Now
That's how you're hot. I have to be
tacos. Now we're gonna eat some tacos.
Tacos!
Bye!
Bye!